It's best to continue without waking her. That cat is dangerous. It's her fault that I ended up in this place and my friends are missing. I don't know what else that cat is capable of doing, so I decided it's better to leave it behind and continue walking. 2:37 a.m. I soon lose sight of the cat. Once more I find myself in a dark forest, walking aimlessly, only moving forward, but it didn't seem like I was getting somewhere. Come here. You'll be safe. I suddenly stop. It was probably easy to see disbelief on my face at that moment. It's that voice again. I whispered to myself with no one to listen to me. Shortly after I got away from a cat, a mysterious voice appeared in my mind. It is a feminine voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale. But I can't trust it. Am I really going crazy? Or is it this force that doesn't make sense any longer? I don't know, but I don't like any of the two options. Don't be afraid. Come with me. I will help you. Every time the voice is heard more clearly, stronger, and more often. She seems to be leading me somewhere. It does not inspire me with confidence, but between the voice and staying here in this putrid forest that seems to have no end, I choose to follow it. Shortly after, I arrived into a clearing in the forest. At last I can see the night sky. The full moon shines elegantly, surrounded by a blanket of darkness and stars. A beautiful image, but there's something strange in it. How weird. Wasn't there a half moon tonight? I said to myself as I look at the moon and try to remember a vague memory in my mind. Anyway, it is not important. The moon will not come to save me. I lower my sight. It was then that I noticed there was a cabin in the clearing. It was hidden under the shade of trees nearby, so I didn't see it before, I think. The cabin looks old and worn down, even depressing, but if I'm lucky there may be something there. Open the door. I'm waiting for you, my knight. Suddenly I hear the voice again. It was in this cabin, no doubt. Somehow her voice sounds different this time. It had an inexplicable kindness, even love. I feel as if I was a man returning to see his wife. After thinking about it for a moment, I can't help but laugh at myself. How silly. I must really be losing my mind. I said as a joke, hiding my anxiety with humor. In any case, there's nothing else for me than to open the door. However, I can't stop thinking that I'm forgetting something. My hand then slowly opens to the cabin of the door. What awaits me there is something that leaves me perplexed. The bodies of the 5 missing people were hanging as if they were puppets, with empty eyes, but all of them were facing me. Between them is a woman with a big smile. I opened my eyes wide with amazement, and my lips got dry. Finally, I remembered what I was forgetting, but it was too late. Thank you for saving me, by giving me your life, said the voice with an indescribably love but announcing my horrible destiny. It's true, Matthew disappeared in a clearing without any trace. I have no breath to speak. I just know that we can add someone more to the list. Well. Did I lose? Huh. Hold up. Was that the bad ending? Let me get back to where the cat was, and I'll choose to touch it this time. Okay, I'm back at the cat now, so let's choose to pick her up this time and see if that changes my outcome. It's best to continue without waking her. Wait, hold on. I said I wanted to pick her up. Okay, I'm a real idiot, I said to myself at the same time. I cleaned the blood from her mouth with a handkerchief that I had with me. Fortunately, she doesn't wake up. I then closed her mouth, making her appearance a little better. Now she seemed to be peacefully sleeping. After a long sigh, I decided to pick her up carefully. I don't know what the powers of this cat are, but if she brought me here, maybe she can return me to my world. With her in my arms, I decided the best thing I can do is continue walking. 2:31 a.m. Again, I find myself in the dark forest, walking aimlessly. Only moving forward, but it didn't seem like I was getting somewhere. In my arms, I carry the cat, which sleeps soundly. Come here. Here you'll be safe. I suddenly stop. It was probably easy to see the disbelief on my face at that moment. It's that voice again. I whispered to myself with no one to listen to me. Shortly after I found the cat, a mysterious voice appeared in my mind. It is a feminine voice, soft and gentle, as if it belonged to a princess from a fairy tale, but I can't trust it. Am I really going crazy, or is this forest that doesn't make any sense? I don't know, but I don't like any of the two options. I then feel the cat move in my arms. I look down at her confused just to see how open she shows her red eyes suddenly. I become quiet at that instant. For a moment, the two stayed motionless, staring into the eyes of the other. The red eyes of the cat are disturbing to me, but also there's something fascinating about them, something that attracts me. I lose myself in her eyes as if hypnotized, until she suddenly jumps with the intention of scratching my face. My reflex is pushing her at the same time I jump back, turning my head to dodge her claws. I manage to dodge her attack, but in the process drop my flashlight. I panicked and acted clumsily. The flashlight falls near me, lighting up a tree in the vicinity. As soon as it leaves my hands, I remember how dense this abnormal darkness is. I quickly pick it up, not even thinking before taking action. I then light the place where the cat was, only to discover she had arched her body angrily as if she feared an attack from me. Those red eyes stare at me, shining with the light of the flashlight as if they were jewels, reflecting a fearsome hatred. Oh, god damn it. Sorry about that. Shining with the light of a flashlight as if they were jewels, reflecting a fearsome hatred and rejection towards me. My body freezes after seeing them. I can't even think. The cat then lets out a thunderous meow, similar to the one before but weaker, although not any less frightening. There is no doubt there is something wrong with that animal. It must be cursed. Everything is her fault. She must be some kind of evil spirit, a pet of the witches. I feel how panic seizes me. My heart beats quickly, begging me to do something. My mouth is dry and my forehead covered with cold sweat. What should I do? Oh, I should have saved before this part. Let's confront the cat. Yeah, let's confront it. No, I should not despair. I have to calm down and think carefully about what I should do. Because I feel like running, I would end up like back at the voice's house and I end up getting killed. With that in mind, I take a deep breath and look at her again. Soon the expression in my eyes changes from fear to courage. I realize it is only a cat, without a doubt a strange one, but my life is not actually in danger. This isn't a tiger staring at me, but a simple cat. Apparently her only power are those weird meows. If she could kill me, she would have done it already. So I rule out that possibility. Her work must be transporting the next victim to this area of the forest, so unnatural and shady. After filling my lungs with air, I slowly walk towards the cat. Her meows get louder with every step, but I don't let them scare me. Seeing that I do not turn back, she shyly takes a step back. In my mind, I smile at that image. The prey is now the hunter. I look at her directly while advancing. Little by little, her meows become weaker, as if she was losing strength. Then I suddenly jump and take her in my hands. She hardly resists at all. Not so tough now, right? You look better like this. She is trembling in my hands. She looks so helpless that I almost feel like a villain. But I must not forget at all that she has done so far. It's her fault that I'm in this place. She brought me here, and then if I kill her, would it be possible to go back? For a moment that grim idea crossed my mind. I had never killed an animal. Truth is, I can't be proud of myself in doing such a thing. But if I do, maybe this legend could end here and now. Then what should I do? No, I ain't killing the cat. I could never kill a cat. I love cats. Just keep her captured. It is only logical the magic should die along with the cat. That should be my ticket back. If I kill her, everything would be over tonight and the legend would come to an end. Confident that it was for the best, I tried to view it in my mind. But no matter how hard I force myself to say it, in the end, I am unable to take the life of another living being. Even if it is a cursed cat serving a witch, I don't feel good killing her. I think I'm too nice for my own good. So the only thing that remains is to keep her with me, hoping that sooner or later she allows me to escape. With nothing more to think about, I decided the best thing to do is continue my path. 2:41 a.m. It's been a few minutes since I captured the cat. Again, I find myself walking with her in my arms, led by the strange voice. How long have I been walking in this forest? Apparently not long enough to make me go mad, but it should be close. Don't be afraid. Come with me. I will help you. The voice sounds clearer this time. It seems that I am going in the right direction. I don't fully trust in it, but it's the best I have. At least at first glance, it seems a friendly voice. I'm completely focused on my way when I suddenly feel something bite me. Ugh, what the heck? I shout in pain, realizing that the cat bit my arm. Fortunately, it wasn't a dangerous bite, but sure was painful. With my distraction, she takes a chance to jump from my arms, falling a few steps away from me. Quickly, I set my gaze upon her furious, but soon something happens that makes me forget about my anger. Suddenly, the cat is covered with a bright light. So much that it repels the unnatural darkness surrounding the forest, stealing my breath. Under the light, its figure gradually changes until it ceases to be a cat and becomes a human figure. Oh, now we're talking. No longer is there a cat in front of me, but a girl with incredible beauty. I must really be going crazy. She has white hair and red eyes. She seems about my age. Also, very Asian. In other circumstances, I would have asked her out without hesitation. Just thinking about it makes me laugh to myself in my mind. Even at the edge of madness, it seems some things about me will never change. She approaches slowly towards me, one step at a time, with no fear. The girl then stares into my eyes, with a slightly irritated face. Her lips are moving. She seems to be saying something, but I am unable to hear a sound. Are you trying to tell me something? I babbled, still confused, with a face of disbelief which surely made me look stupid. Said the girl with a very low voice. I don't understand what she is saying. What? I can't hear you well. I asked, still confused. Suddenly the girl pouts in a bad mood. What's wrong with you? Are you deaf? Finally I could hear her clearly, and just in time because it seemed her patience was about to end. Okay, now I heard you, I said, annoyed. All of my astonishment from just a few minutes ago disappears when I see the arrogant attitude of the girl. At least now I don't think she will bite me, I hope. The girl then snorts with irritation. What an annoying guy I had to find, she said at the time she places a hand on her lips, making a pensive face. Wait, you shouldn't speak ill of someone who have right before you. I was quick to respond. For a moment I feel annoyed at the thought that I have to teach manners to this spirit, or whatever she is. A pity, so much beauty wasted on someone so arrogant. The girl let out a snort of annoyance after hearing me. I'm sorry, it's a bad habit that I can't quit, she answered without sounding very repentant, clearly a false apology. After talking, she diverts her gaze towards the surroundings as if she was bored. I see, I replied, annoyed. I just met her, and I already feel like I don't like her. But anyway, that doesn't matter. I must not forget who this girl is. She was the cat that started it all. Anyway, at least could you tell me why you attacked me and my friends? I asked shortly after, acting more seriously. The greetings were over. It's time to get to the important stuff. And why did you bite me if I wasn't doing anything? Before I knew it, my lips moving asking another question. I cannot lie. I was angry. The girl then stares at my face. She blinks with curiosity before speaking. Does it hurt? The wound? She asked insolently. Yes. I was quick to respond with annoyance. I didn't need to say more. Of course it hurts me, silly cat. She looks at me in silence for a few seconds until suddenly she approaches me without any shyness or fear. On second thought, how could a simple human such as me scare a cat that can turn into a person? "Show me your wound," said the girl once she stood right next to me. Her presence makes me nervous. This girl seems to not know what personal space is. As embarrassing as it sounds, I had never had a girl this close, even if it wasn't in this forest. I don't know why, I shouldn't trust her, but strangely, something tells me she has no bad intentions. The girl is surrounded by a calm aura, something pure unlike anything else in the forest. In the end, resigning myself with a sigh, I show her with my arm with the bite. Immediately, the girl sets her sight on my wound. "It will only take a moment," she said with complete confidence. She then looks up into my eyes. "Could you close your eyes?" she asks as she blushes slightly. "Oh." I'm surprised to see that embarrassed face she has, even if it's just a little. Then I sigh, feeling something wasn't right, but there's nothing else I can do. "Okay," I said, doing as she asked. I didn't know what to expect. For a moment I thought she would get naked or something like that. But what kind of magic could work when you have no clothes on? Lots of magic. I don't know, but my mind sure wanted to imagine that. "Come on, Axel, keep your composure." Suddenly I feel something warm and wet touch my wound. Immediately I shudder. "Wait, what are you doing?" It's a stupid question because I knew well what she was doing. She was licking my wound. "You idiot, who said you could watch?" was quick to respond the cat. With her cheeks red in embarrassment and her lips still close to my wound, she looked adorably troubled. "Don't you see that I'm trying to heal you?" She then added in the bad mood. Sorry," I said, blushing. "I thought you would do something more extraordinary. Now I'm not sure. Is she a girl who can transform into a cat or a cat that can become a girl?" "Sorry to disappoint you by not being extraordinary enough," murmured the girl at the same time she gives me an annoyed look, red eyes shining with disgust. It is then I realize the pain has disappeared. With curiosity I look where the wound was, only discovered there is no trace of it. For a couple of seconds I stay silent incredulously. "It seems that your treatment worked," I finally say, grateful, still looking at the spot. "But of course, I've experienced healing myself," answered the girl, closing her eyes and inflating her chest to show her pride. I actually appreciate what she did, but I still wonder if she really had to lick it to cure me. "I understand, but who are you?" The girl makes a small snort with curiosity after hearing my question. Then she tilts her head and closes her eyes, making a thoughtful face. "It seems I have not presented myself." She opens her eyes and gazes into mine. "My name is Ashley." So that's her name. I expected something more extravagant. "My name is Axel. By the way, have you ever been accused of witchcraft?" Before I knew it, I asked that question. I guess it was rather rude for me, completely lacking in manners. I must not forget for a second that I am in this cursed forest. Ashley suddenly became silent. At plain sight, it was obviously she didn't take it well. She takes her time before responding. "Yes, but that was a long time ago." Then she closes her eyes and exhales, emptying her lungs. She seemed to be recalling something painful. Just seeing her made me feel guilty. "I'm sorry, it was not my intention to make you remember it," I said, slightly remorseful. No doubt to be accused of witchcraft must have been a horrible experience. Ashley closes her eyes and nods a couple of times. "It's okay, it's not like I can blame her curiosity seeing where we are." Then she looks at me closely with curious eyes. "By the way, how do you know about me?" "Perhaps you are a sorcerer who lived during these past centuries?" she asked, narrowing her eyes as she was trying to see the inside of my mind. "What kind of question is that?" "No, nothing like that," I answered at the moment. "I'm just an ordinary person." I omitted boring, but she didn't need knowing that. "It's just that there are stories about witches in this forest. But as you can see, the stories are not very convincing, or else I wouldn't be here." I explained, trying to remove any doubt that Ashley may have. Again, she closes her eyes and nods. "I understand." She pauses and looks me in the eyes. "It's because of those stupid myths that humans come into this forest just like you," she said, looking at me with rejection. "Wait, what are you trying to say? We are to blame?" I replied, feeling offended. Ashley suddenly looked at me disgusted. "Are you an idiot? Yes, if you hadn't come, my existence would be nice and peaceful instead of this chaos that it is every year, she said, ending with a sigh of frustration. But you're the one who causes all of this. I was quick to respond. I didn't even bother to hide my anger. I can't believe what she says. How arrogant can she be? Ashley opens her eyes wide, surprised. Then she looks at me with annoyance in her red eyes. Do you not understand, stupid human? Definitely, I don't like this girl. I'm only trying to protect you. Her words take me by surprise. Huh? I exclaim incredulously. You attack me and attack my friends only to protect us? Yes. She simply replied, and at the same time she nods, filled with pride and confidence. Okay, that's it. I'm getting out of here. I cannot believe how arrogant and self-centered this girl is. After everything she did to me and my friends, I cannot stand her any longer. Wait. I had only taken a few steps when I heard her calling me. She sounded really worried. You don't understand the real danger you're in here. I stop in my tracks as soon as I hear her. Real danger? I whispered, feeling some doubts. Suddenly I shiver. It doesn't look like she's lying. Yes, I tried to chase them away using illusions. Other times I hit them with my powers. And as a last resort I scare them directly, as it was in your case. Ashley confessed, blushing a little as if she felt embarrassed of remembering. And why do you do that? I asked, confused. Something isn't right here. Ashley stares at me with her red eyes. If they continue with their curiosity, they will meet an evil entity that will take their lives. What you don't say doesn't sound very convincing. I immediately interrupted. The only evil entity here is you. Ashley shakes her head in denial. You are wrong. I am the good one. Then she said, looking into my eyes with the pure innocence in hers. Ha ha ha. I could only laugh at that comment. It had to be a joke. After doing all that, you say you're good? Don't laugh. I'm only trying to protect you, replied Ashley furiously while waving her arms. She then crosses her arms and gives me an unpleased look. Do you expect me to believe that? I replied sarcastically. What she said made no sense, but somehow she seemed oddly convinced it was the truth. She was surely a bit wrong in the head. But it's true. You have to believe me. This time she sounded really worried about me. I actually feel a bit sorry for her. Ashley then stays silent, looking at me with puppy eyes. However, she soon recovers her proud attitude. If you want, hold my hand. I won't harm you, she suddenly says. I look carefully at her. She has a very arrogant face, as if it was a great honor to be able to touch her. You won't do anything strange? I asked distrustfully, but after seeing her again, I do not think she was lying. Ashley nods in full confidence. I promise you. I stare at her for a few seconds, making sure there isn't a trap. Okay, but why do you want to hold my hand? I at the same time asked as I extend my hand. Ashley opens her eyes, surprised after hearing my question. Then she stares at me with annoyance. Are you stupid? Obviously to guide you out of the forest, she said just as she takes my hand in one quick move. I then find myself being dragged by this strange girl. But this is the opposite way from where the melodious voice comes from. I said, looking back for a second. I felt really curious about where she was. You ignore that voice. It charms men to make them her victims. Think of it as a siren. Ashley explains in a bad mood, with her eyes always looking to the front. It seems that she didn't get along well with whoever that person or entity was. Wouldn't you be the one who collects souls for fools? I asked without thinking. I seriously need more experience with dealing with a girl. If only I were more popular. Ashley stops suddenly, then she turns at me, showing me a furious face. You idiot, I already said I'm the good one. For a moment I thought she was going to hit me on the head. Fortunately, she stopped before doing so or biting me again. Okay. I meekly responded as if I was a scolded child. But if you eat me, I want to make sure to give you the worst indigestion of your life. You idiot, I don't eat humans, replied Ashley, ending with an arrogant snort. 3:11 a.m. Okay, I think this is where we're going to go ahead and stop for today. Go ahead and save. And yeah. In the next episode, we'll continue on our journey with Ashley the cat, who is giving me weird sexual innuendos, or at least I'm feeling that way, and I'm bombing. So yeah, in the next episode of Trick and Treat, we will continue on with the forest. But of course, I've been Leviathan, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.